Hi everyone, Amy here with amyswares, and today I'm going to make a fun monster card using a couple of new stencils. Now this is the new layered monsters stencil. It's a 6x9. You can see it does have the little masking pieces for the monsters, and this is monster sayings. So these work awesome together or, separately. Obviously you don't need the sentiments, but I'm going to use some ink pads, some Ulta New blending brushes, and this awesome masking gel or masking ink or paste or whatever you want to call it. But here's a photo of the finished card to show you the direction that we're headed. It's single layer. It's going to be nice and flat, easy to ship. Now, here's where this masking fluid comes in. Fluid, that's what it's called. Masking fluid. Anyway, this pen, I hadn't used it before, so you could see I'm spending a little bit of time kind of like pumping it to get the fluid to kind of start flowing out of it. But the reason I'm using it here is I want the monster eyeballs to remain white. So the way this masking stencil works, there's different ways that you could go about doing this. Basically, you have the full opening of the monster, and then on top of it, you have cool little details for the eyeballs, the pupils, the mouth, things like that. So I wanted the eyeballs to remain white, and so I thought I was going to use this masking liquid and letting that dry just to kind of keep that area white so that I could ink blend over it and then erase it after the fact. So once it's dry, it did still remain a little bit sticky, but once it dried, I was able to just go ahead and ink blend over it right through the opening of this cute little monster shape with my orange and orangey red colors. And then what I'll be able to do is use my adhesive eraser to remove it when I'm done ink blending. And then it will have basically resisted the ink and protected the white cardstock underneath. So another way to do this, if you didn't want to use masking liquid, is you could come through after the fact and you could use clear embossing ink through the openings of the eyes and use white heat embossing. Or you could try it with white pigment ink. It probably wouldn't be as bright white, but it would definitely lighten it up. So there's different ways to do it, but I had this masking fluid and I thought, why not use it? So here I was showing you get the little mask of the monster as well, which I could have used some, tape or pixie spray and masked around the monster, so I didn't have to kind of work around with this cloud edger stencil. I could have just ink blended all the way up to the edge, and that's the beauty of having the little masking components that Mary Kay will offer if they are available with the stencil. So here I'm coming in with one of the cute sayings from the monster sayings, using that same orange and red color just to kind of put the sentiment down. So I don't even need to do any stamping. I was able to do it all with stenciling, and now I have that "I'm sorry I was such a monster." So I'm guessing my husband will probably get this card for me at some point. Yeah, if I'm not being particularly nice and I need to apologize, maybe I'll use this little monster card. But here you can see I'm using the adhesive eraser, and I am removing this now dried yet still a little bit sticky masking fluid. So the eyeballs are nice and bright white, and then I can come in with the other portions of the layered stencil and put in the little eyeballs and the mouth in a black color. You could also obviously just draw the little eyeballs in if you wanted with, a fine liner pen or something like that. But since they're there, I'm just going to do the very simple ink blending. You probably want to mask around it just to make sure you don't get black ink where you don't want it. But I kind of wanted it up a little bit to the side, not like an eye roll, but kind of like a guilty look, because, this is an apology card of sorts. So now I'm going to move it down, and I will do the opening for the mouth as well. It's actually kind of cute with just the eyeballs. So you can kind of mix and match with the different eyeballs and the different components. They don't necessarily have to go with that one monster, but they are different, so you get some variation. And this is just such a fun style of stencil. I absolutely love these. She's got other ones in the shop where she's got them, they're layered, but they're all in that one piece. Other than the masking components, but they're all on that one 6x9 stencil. So very fun. It'd be fun to do all three of these monsters together. And some of the other sentiments are just so cute, like congrats on your new little monster, or I think there's a birthday one on there too. So just a fun option if you don't feel like stamping, you can stencil your sentiment instead. So I'm just going to round the corner on that and then bring in some blingage. There is 12 new colors available in the shop, so for the March release, so be sure to check that out. And you can use my coupon AmyFan10 on top of it. And depending on when this airs, there is going to be a sale for just the very first week only. So you can get all 12 of the new colors of card bling at an even bigger discount, and you can use my coupon. So I will link that information below in the video description box, as well as all the other names to the stencils and things like that. So if you do follow my links, it really does help me out a lot. I'll have the items linked below. It's no additional cost to you. And don't forget my coupon AmyFan10 at checkout, and you'll save 10% on your complete order. So I did pick a color of this gorgeous blue. I felt it really tied in with the clouds. Fun fact about the cloud edger, that's actually my very first stencil that I ever bought from Colorful Life Designs. That's what brought me to the company. It was so unique. It was the first of its kind, of the more natural cloud look. I know there's a bunch of other ones available now too, but this was just mind-blowing to me, and it was the first stencil that I bought from a Colorful Life Design. So just coming in with some highlights and a white gel pen just to put some little white dots on the eyes and the mouth, just to give it a little something extra. But otherwise, a very clean and simple card. Just some simple masking with, creating that grounding for the monster, and using that fun cloud edger stencil to bring it to the next level, and super fun. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you found this helpful, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. Like I said, I will link everything below if there's anything you want to check out in the shop, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.